Welcome to the eXp Explain call. I'm so excited to have you here tonight. This presentation is going to be about 45 minutes. We're going to go through a lot of information. Please feel free to write down any questions you may have or put them in the chat box. And at the end, we're going to have time to go through and answer all of your questions. But be respectful of your time. I'm going to get right to sharing my screen and get right to it. And here you go. This is an introduction to eXp Realty and the Wolfpack. And we're one of the fastest growing groups in the fastest growing global real estate companies in the world. My name is Nicole Forrester. I'm a real estate broker in the Greater Toronto area. I've been a top producing agent for multiple years. I've been working in the financial services industry for over 18 years, specializing in real estate for the last 13. I was a managing broker of the First Century 21 in Toronto for 6 years, and I am partnered with some top realtors and social media coaches and masters, and I'm excited to introduce you to them. And here's our #1 Canadian leader, Mike Sherrard. He was a top producing agent in his market in Calgary for multiple years. He's a social media master with a YouTube channel with nearly 100,000 subscribers. And he has that on Instagram almost as well. He's trained over 5,000 agents to scale their business using social media. And he's been a record-breaking leader at eXp Realty. He's got the highest number of FLAs, which is frontline agents, that's personally sponsored agents at eXp worldwide. He's also got the highest number of FLQAs, which is frontline qualifying agents. Those are agents who have produced or sold in the last 6 months at eXp worldwide. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this life-changing company. This is a great timeline, but the most important pieces here are, in 2313, eXp Realty went public. We're a publicly traded company. And why this is important is because we're always telling our buyers that it's much better to buy rather to rent. And this is what happens at eXp as an agent. You really have to ask yourself, are you renting your business or do you own your business? And at eXp, we're agent owned and agent grown. We are rewarded in stock, and I'm going to show you a number of different ways that we're rewarded with stock and ownership in our businesses, opposed to renting or leasing your businesses, which is what happens in the franchise model. In 2015, a game changer happened at eXp, and they brought in the Icon Agent Program, and Equity Opportunities was launched. And what the Icon Program is this: we're on an 80-20 split at eXp with a cap of $16,000. That comes when you do production level of $80,000. After you've reached your cap of $16,000, if you do an additional 20 deals, the company will give you back your cap, that's $16,000 in stock, in ownership in this amazing company. So then you're at 100%. When you hit your cap, by the way, you're at 100% at that point. And then 20 deals later, you have the opportunity to earn back that entire split. That's the best deal on the street. And that is a game changer for many top producers, and why you're seeing many top producers come to eXp. I want to let you know here that we're 90,000 agents globally. We're the #1 independent brokerage globally. You can see that we really took off in 2021 and 2022 in our agent growth when the pandemic hit, because this cloud-based model really came into its own. We are operating in every Canadian province and every US state, plus 22 other countries around the world, which is super exciting. And it really takes you from being local to being global. And I'm going to show you later how, when you attract by just doing what you do naturally, which is selling homes, you can actually attract agents all around the world that can help you retire earlier. Want to dispel a few myths here for you. Here are some fantastic accolades that eXp has had last year in one of the worst years in real estate in 30 years. You know, lots of people think that all we do here is recruit. Well, hey, that actually is only 14% of the company. And guess what? We were actually the #1 producers by transaction volume in the United States last year in 2023. We were also named #1 brokerage globally. And you can see by the Power Broker report, we were #1 in transactions and #4 in sales volume. So we are absolutely a leader in production and the sale of real estate globally, not just locally. I want to talk to you a little bit about wealth versus lifestyle. You know, when we're creating wealth, there's really four aspects in the wealth quadrant that contribute to wealth. That's duplication, equity ownership, residual income, and multiple streams of income. And one of the amazing things about eXp is that we have all four aspects of the wealth quadrant in our company and available to you in our company. You know, when we talk about lifestyle, it's a lot of people talk about how, you know, they want to get into real estate for lifestyle. Well, lifestyle includes a couple of things, which is money freedom and time freedom. And real estate production can help you get to money freedom, but it rarely helps you get to time freedom. And I'm going to show you how through equity ownership and through residual income, through multiple streams of income, that you can actually attain that time freedom that you're looking for through real estate at eXp. So let's talk about equity ownership at eXp. So this is how you really become an owner of your business opposed to renting your business, which is what you're doing right now from your brokerage if it's in a franchise model. So we have a few awards that we have here, equity awards through incentive programs. So every time that every year, every calendar year that you, or anniversary year that you sell your first transaction or do your first transaction, the company is going to give you $200 worth of EXPI stock just for doing what you do. And then once you cap, which is reaching your $16,000 cap at the company, which is equal to about $80,000 in gross commission income, the company is also going to give you an award of $400 in stock. Now, if you're doing well, which is what people do when they come to eXp, and people say, hey, what are you doing? And when you're at a company and you're doing well and you let people know, they naturally want to come join you. If you sponsor an agent and say, hey, come on, join us over here, and that agent then closes their first year deal, you're going to get $400 worth of stock for that as well as an equity award. Moving on to our Icon Award, which I said to you has been a real game changer for top producers in the market. Once you're on your 80-20 split and you reach that $16,000 cap, you do 20 deals after that within your anniversary year, and the company's going to give you $16,000 in company stock back to you. So you get your split back, which is amazing and a real game changer. And let me just tell you, that equity continues to work for you. Instead of just handing over your split to someone else and it's making your broker rich, you have the opportunity to get to 100% by hitting your cap, doing your 20 deals, getting the $16,000 back, and having that grow. That equity grows, which is amazing and has been a huge game changer for many people at eXp. Now, on a voluntary basis, you also have the ability to purchase our stock at a 5% discount on 5% of all your closed transactions, which is an amazing stock equity program. It's completely voluntary, but it's a wonderful way as an automatic saving for your retirement that will grow and that has the ability to grow over time. 65% of agents and brokers participate in this program. And as an ex-stockbroker, I was always told by brokers who trained me that anytime you have an equity program from from your company that's offering you stock at a discount, you should take it because it's like free money. Okay, let's talk about the revenue share plan. eXp Realty agents can receive rev share income from the sales activity of productive agents that they sponsor into the company. Agents earn based on an adjusted gross commission income from the sales transaction closed by personally sponsored capping agents and productive agents in their overall group. This is dynamically calculated on a monthly basis, and eXp Realty pays out and retains 50% of company dollar. That's to keep the company solvent, and we want them to do that. But last year they paid eXp agents $240 million. In the pyramid idea, which is what the franchise model is, that same money would be going to the international owners, the regional owners, the broker owners, and not to the agents. Here at this cloud-based brokerage, we're agent owned and agent grown, that money goes back to the agents. And guess what? Without the liability that brokers have. So let's talk a little bit more about how that sort of money breaks down. So at the company, we're on the 80-20 split, right? So 80% of the commission goes to the agent. This is before they cap, and 20% goes to eXp. Of that 20%, 50% goes into what's called a rev share pool, and 50% is retained to keep the company solvent, which is what we 100% want them to do. So let's talk about how eXp recently improved upon this amazing program of rev share. You know, knowing that this is difficult times, Glenn Sanford, our, brilliant CEO, and his executive team brought in and improved upon the rev share that they were giving out. We're on a 7-tier system. Okay, you're ever only responsible for your first tier. These are your personally sponsored agents. This is when, people are saying you're doing so well. I want to know what's going on over there. And they too want to have a life-changing experience and come over. They start producing. They're on your first tier. So you bring over your friend Susan, and Susan has a friend who wants to come over, and that friend's name is Sally. Well, Sally then is on your second tier. It used to be in the past, prior to this big change recently at eXp to RevShare, that you would have to have 5 frontline qualifying agents. And just to remind you what that is, a frontline qualifying agent is someone who's sold a property in the last 6 months. So prior to you getting income or residual income from, Sally's or Susan's friend Sally, who's now on your second tier, you used to have 5 frontline qualifying agents before you would get that money. That is now opened up to you. And in fact, all 3 tiers are opened up to you. So you've got Susan, who you bring in, Sally, who Susan brought in, and then you've got Sarah, who Sally brought in. That would be your first 3 tiers. And guess what? If any one of them sells a home, you are going to receive residual income for doing nothing other than just bringing them over here and helping them to, adopt a life-changing model. Something else that has changed at eXp that has been very beneficial to people and to help people during some of these turbulent markets is the rev share pay now. So for people, it used to be they'd be paid out on the third Friday of the month. Now, especially in the United States, they have a rev share pay now button. And so that's almost instantaneous depending on what your banking electronically does. But you can actually, hit that rev share pay now button in the United States, and you're going to receive that money that's accumulated for you from your downline, the people that you've sponsored, who have sold properties, and you have residual income waiting for you. You can get that right away instead of waiting for the third Friday of the month. at eXp, unlike some of our cloud-based competitors who, hey, every great model is going to have some copycats. Those models don't pay you out unless you produce. At eXp, this is a wonderful retirement type model because you can build up your model as a producer and as an attractor and then scale back your production. You don't have to produce to get paid your residual income. You do have to hold your real estate license, but you don't have to be actively in production to receive the residual income from the agents that you attract who are producing. And by the way, one of the amazing things about the fact that you can have and attract people who are producing is that residual income from those producers is actually willable to your family. If something happens to you, it's a wonderful sort of legacy plan and estate planning tool that eXp has built in because we're agent owned and agent grown. And you know what? Glenn Sanford was an agent, and so many aspects of this company is modeled around being kind to the agent and coming up with great stability plans for agents so they don't have to continue to produce at the highest levels for the rest of their lives. There's also now a bonus opportunity for tier 1 and year 1, and I'm going to get into that in the next page. And also there's more transparency. And I'm going to get into just how that sort of works out for you in a very transparent manner in the next slide. And we also are, from a cloud-based opportunity, the largest rev share growth opportunity with 7 levels. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a great example. And once we go through the numbers, you'll understand it a little bit better. So we have an agent and they have a $10,000 commission. Well, 8,000 is going to go to the agent. And this is pre-cap. So 8,000 goes to the agent, 2,000 goes to eXp. Of that 2,000 portion of eXp, 1,000 goes to eXp, right? That's half. The 50% goes to eXp to keep it solvent because we need that to happen. And $1,000 goes to the rev share pool, which is going back into the hands of agents. So when it's your tier 1, meaning you personally sponsored that person, so that's Susan sold that, you're going to get 17.5% of that, which is $175 on that particular sale. Now we have a minimum payout for someone who's capping at $1,400 a year, which is fantastic. That's a minimum payout plus a bonus. And it used to be that we would say we'd give maximum numbers instead of minimum numbers. And the reason why this has changed is just for greater transparency. You're going to get a minimum of $1,400 from Susan, who caps, if she caps in her year, and she's your frontline qualifying agent. Plus the bonus. Well, the bonus is part of the rev share pool. And what's the rev share pool? The rev share pool is based on all the extra money that is available depending on how many people have how many of their tiers open based on their frontline qualifying agents, which, as you can see, as you get further up, you're going to have some frontline qualifying agents once you get past the first 3 tiers. But that extra money is redistributed to the first 3 tiers, making more money available to agents who don't have massive rev share organizations. So just more money in the hands of agents who need it. Now, for the first year, as a bonus, frontline agents first year only, you get to get a minimum of $4,000. And that's just for the first year. And that's just to encourage everybody to share this life-changing model, but actually to put more money in the hands of more agents, which is a brilliant aspect of this company. And as I mentioned to you before, something that's super important here, and I'm just going to zip back because I zipped on a little too quickly. I want to talk about the willable aspect of your rev share down line. So let's say you're here for 5 years, 10 years, producing the way that you do, attracting agents the way that you will, even if it's not a main focus, people are going to see how well you're doing. And eXp is absolutely record breaking in the amount of people that want to come and join. You will end up naturally attracting people to the company. And you're able to share that with your family as part of your estate planning. So as long as the person that you've left it to gets their real estate license, and in Canada, that's it just has to be somewhere in Canada or somewhere in the US, if that's where you are, within 12 months, they can then also get the rev share and the residual income from your downline, the people that you have attracted over time and the people that they've attracted up to 7 tiers deep. So over time, this can be a huge asset. And for some of our bigger leaders, this could be a figure income. There's some astounding rev share lines that are available. And it's absolutely a fantastic retirement plan. I mean, the idea of you continuing to trade your time for your income is something of the past. You can actually build up, a large organization that will end up paying you a residual income as you pass on your knowledge to them and help them produce. That fruit comes back to you. And the Wolfpack is a wonderful example of that. So this organization and this model really does become an amazing thing for agents to have long-term retirement plans and willable assets. I want to talk about an amazing line that we have that's come out at eXp, our eXp luxury program. It has world-class branding and advertising and marketing, luxury listing distributions to things like New York Times and the Robb report. We are more than comparable to, some top luxury brands like Sotheby's and Compass. We have some powerful partnerships, extraordinary presentations, and just an amazing, powerful community of referrals globally, which is really helping our luxury realtors sort of connect with other luxury realtors around the world. And like I said, 24 other countries in the world, and we're expanding all the time. So, absolutely something that you should check out. Something that I want to do as well is take you into our metaverse. This is an amazing thing. Let me just stop sharing my screen for 1 second. And I'm going to take you into the cloud, into the metaverse. This was something that, Facebook came out with, and they thought they were the coolest thing. And we were already there with eXp World. And here we go. Can I hide that? Okay. So let me just take you into the cloud here. There I am. I love eXp. And there are just so many places to go. So if you're after hours and you need some help, you can go to your top message here and let's do agent support, because hey, we all need support sometime. Check this out, tech support outpost. And it takes you into tech support. You can go right up to the screen. I've got my microphone off, but if I had my microphone on, I could talk to this person. And let's just see it. Look, technology support, KV Core, which is one of the #1 CRMs that you actually get with eXp for free. And that's CRM. You can get tech support for that, for enterprise, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, for Twilio, for workplace. And workplace, I'm going to show you that as well, is like the Facebook, our internal Facebook for eXp. So bottom line is you can click on any of these things and get tech support immediately, anytime from wherever you are. We also have, let me just say, US broker rooms. Let's check it out. So let's say you are in Florida. Well, you can go to that Florida broker room. I mean, you can also text or call your broker. You don't have to go into eXp World, but hey, you can also go into your broker room in Florida. And I don't want to engage anyone here, but you can go and talk to any one of these brokers once you're in here. If you need help, you can go into a virtual room, you can share information with them. It's fantastic. The only other thing I want to show you here is the auditorium. Let's take a look at that. Main auditorium. And I want to So check this out. In this auditorium, you can meet with people from 24 countries around the world. And our icon agents, one of the things that they do is they share with us. They share with us the things that they do to become icon agents, to be such top producers. So we have trainings in these auditoriums by top producers all the time. And that's just part of being part of eXp. It's a fantastic resource. You're not learning out of a book from a broker who's 40 years old and hasn't sold a property in a long time. You're learning real time from agents who are in your markets and in markets globally, with top of the line strategies to help you become a top producer today. Okay, so I'm just gonna get out of here. Let me stop my share for just a second. And then I'm going to go back in. Let's see here. What I really want to show you here is workplace. So this is just your dashboard. So you can see here, you got Morgan Stanley Works, which is where we keep all the stock that they give you, and you can check on it and see how that's growing. You can jump into Making It Rain, which is your Google pay-per-click, which can be incorporated with your KV Core. And for a fee, they make it super simple for you to add lead generating pay-per-click through Making It Rain. And here I want to go into enterprise. So here we go. Gives you some information about eXp Realty. There's SkySlope. SkySlope is our online management for our deals. This is where we're going to upload all your deals and have communication back and forth with the back office as you load your deals and what's necessary. KV Core, which is what I said, can cost people between $8,000 to $10,000 annually for this amazing customer relationship management tool. Making It Rain, which I said is an amazing opportunity to work with Google pay-per-click. Morgan Stanley Works. Oh, here's your education calendar. Let's check this out. So this talks to you, depending on your time zone, about all the different trainings that we have in the cloud, where we just were in eXp World in the Metaverse. So as you can see, there's just a ton of training going on constantly every single day to help you get better with KV Core, with World Tours, with Icon Conversations. Then we have national training in different languages. We've got, getting started guides. There's just like a plethora of training. You can't do it all. Honestly, it is a massive buffet. We've got logos and branding. We've got branding and merchandise. There's a marketing section in here as well that is just amazing for people to go in there and use templates and just throw your pictures in and change a few things up and you're good to go. I wanted to go into workplace here just to show you this is like your Facebook, but it's internal to eXp. So let's say you are interested in NAR and some recent information on NAR. I mean, we have ongoing groups here that are talking about what's going on and key updates. If you want to, it's just like a search engine inside. If you need to have specific documentation, like a buyer rep, or you want to, you know, accredited buyer representation. I mean, like there's different groups that you can join. There's a lot of internal referrals that happen for different areas. And like I said, we're in 24 countries globally. So this is just a fantastic tool. You can also connect with people through Messenger here so that you can connect with any number of people within the executives that you want to talk to about bringing on teams and brokerages. Recently we had a women's call with Kendall Bonner, who was a lawyer and who's also vice president of industry relationships and industry relations, talking to us about NAR. If you had more questions about that, you could totally reach out to her through Messenger on Workplace. It's just a vast network within eXp that's available to you to support you. Okay, so just want to get out of this information. I'm just going to stop my screen for 1 second. And then we're just going to go back to the presentation and we're going to finish up. The only other thing I wanted to mention here is the benefits of, hold on, let me just go here, of the healthcare. This is particularly important in the United States, and it's been said with our US partners that our healthcare and the partnership healthcare that eXp offers saves them between $300 and $800 a month. So this is a fantastic savings for you in the United States for your healthcare and your benefits. And then one of the amazing things that Mike Sherrard has done at the Wolfpack has made it super easy for us to get our online presence out there, which is the duplication in the wealth quadrant. If we go back to building wealth, we need to duplicate our efforts. And we do that through videos and online presence. And Mike Sherrard and his team have done a tremendous job of creating a social media academy, which goes through every social media platform, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and gives you a step-by-step guide of the videos you should put out, the optimization to help you get if you want to say the biggest response to your efforts. And all of this is for free when you partner with the Wolfpack. And this is just for partnering with the Wolfpack at eXp. Mike and the Wolfpack has had a tremendous response to his social media academy. John is a terrific example. He was a new agent. He had done 0 deals for 6 months at Keller Williams. Previously had no YouTube channel, no videos. He started getting daily calls after 1 month of doing YouTube videos. He closed 75 deals in his first 12 months with the Wolfpack, and he retired his wife from corporate America after 1 year. Subin Kim, fantastic example of an agent who had just moved into an area from I think he moved from California to Texas. He was a new agent, new in a new city with no experience. Previously, he had no YouTube channel and no videos. He closed over 87 deals in his first 12 months with the Wolfpack. And since then, he's gone on to close $5 million in gross commission income in his first 2.5 years with the Wolfpack. I mean, Subin Kim is just hit it right out of the ballpark. But there's a multitude of agents in the Wolfpack who have done tremendously well with social media by incorporating and using Mike's strategies in the Social Media Academy that'll be available to you as well. One of the things that makes us such a tight-knit group at the Wolfpack is that we have 5 live mastermind calls a week. And, we stay connected through those calls. One of the amazing ones is the Tuesday 5 p.m. call with Mike Sherrard and Connor Steinbrook, his sponsor, and that is a production call. Mike's sponsor also gives out real estate investment training because he is a property investor, and you get that also when you join the Wolfpack. You get virtual and in-person events for exponential growth. There's some fantastic events. There's probably about 4 different events at least where we have the opportunity to come together on a global scale to exchange ideas, to grow, to do seminars, to do trainings together, to network through our global network. It's fantastic, and I highly recommend it. You've got direct support from our leadership group. Like I said, you've got those 5 calls. We've got an attraction call and mindset call with Connor Steinbrook on Mondays. You've got the production call on Tuesdays with Mike. You've got a women's call that we have on Wednesdays. There's a leadership call on Thursdays for those people with 10 or more people in their downlines. And just the list goes on, not to mention all the training in the metaverse from our icon agents on a regular basis as well. And we've got closing calls to help you, like this one on Monday and Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to help you explain the model and help share the wealth. And the other thing that Mike has done at eXp is improve upon some of the systems that were a little bit cumbersome. Like KB Core is an amazing CRM, but it's quite in depth. So Mike created a support system through the private Wolfpack hub. It's like the cheat notes for KB Core. There's one for onboarding, prospecting, support, business planning. So really step-by-step support that Mike has put together online that he gives to us for free to really help us with systems that he found a little bit cumbersome. Great systems, but the cheat notes for them. So let's get right to it. There are no desk fees, royalty fees, or franchise fees. We're on an 80-20 commission split with a $16,000 cap. $250 cap transaction fee. Once you've capped to the transaction fees total $5,000, the cap transaction fee is reduced to $75. Your standard cost, there's 140 now in the United States, there's $149 startup fee. You've got an $85 a month cloud brokerage fee. There's a $25 transaction fee and a $60 risk management fee. And that's your E&O insurance. And that's up to $750. That's where that caps. For our partners and friends in Canada, there's no desk fees, royalty fees, or franchise fees. Also on an 80-20 commission split with a $16,000 cap. After capping, you earn 100% of your commission for the remainder of the year, and it's a $285 capped transaction fee. Once the cap transaction fee totals $5,700, then the cap transaction fee is reduced to $75. There's a $199 startup fee in Canada, and $139 monthly cloud brokerage fee, a $29 broker review fee, and a $17 commercial insurance fee, and that's monthly. So a lot of the difference between the US and Canada is based on exchange rate. So we look forward to partnering with you. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm checking that chat box. Please raise your hand. Now is the time to ask me every question that you've got, but we're looking forward to working with you in the future.